Hello and welcome to the Talent Talk Show. I'm your host Bill Gates and today I'm here with professional boxer Muhammad Ali. Muhammad, today I have a couple of questions for you. My first question is, where did you grow up and what was life like for you?
Thank you, Bill Gates. I was born on January 17, 1942 in Louisiana, Kentucky. Wait, dang it, it's
Wow, I'm very sorry that you had to go through that experience. My experience growing up was quite a bit different. I was born as William Henry Gates III on October 28, 1955 in Seattle, Washington. I grew up in a richer family. I had two sisters named Christiane and Libby. My father, William H. Gates, married Mary Maxwell. I was really close to my mother, who spent most of her time caring for me and my sisters. I also loved reading, and when I was 13, my parents enrolled me at the Lakeside School, where I did very well and got good grades. While at Lakeside, I met Paul Allen, my future Microsoft partner. In 1973, I enrolled at Harvard, but about 2 years later, I dropped out to work on Microsoft with Paul Allen. Okay, my next question for you is what did you find or discover during your journey, and would you consider it successful or not?
I considered that my journey was successful. I discovered confidence and self-control, and I won 2 golden boxing gloves. I think that my exploration was very successful because I won the championship. I won the championship titles 3 times in my career. I also won 26 matches in a row without any losses, which was a new record.
That's really cool. Personally, I would think that my journey was very successful. I founded Microsoft with Paul Allen in 1975. It was a very successful foundation. Today, many people use Microsoft, and it's doing very well. However, in 1970, we had a failed company. The company was called TrafoData, which was a computer program that tracked the traffic in Seattle. The company failed, and we only made $20,000. My next question for you is, how did your exploration impact society today?
Well, my exploration did impact society. My journey impacted society by freeing all blacks around the country by showing that blacks can achieve what whites can. Another way that my journey impacted society is that I supported world peace. During the Gulf War, I negotiated with Iraqi leader Saddam Hussein for freedom of U.S. hostages. I was also a United Nations messenger of peace.
Yeah, I agree with that a lot. My journey also helped make a lot of people's lives easier. I feel like I changed the world and improved technology by creating Microsoft. I also made other people's lives easier, such as engineers and artists who use Microsoft to make their jobs easier. I worked hard on Microsoft and I'm glad that it really paid off and that I was able to help a lot of people. Okay, my next question for you is there any other part of your life that you find interesting about yourself besides being a boxer?
Great question, Bill. I find that marrying 4 people and having $7 daughters and 2 sons is interesting. Also, I think that I only lost 5 times in my career is interesting. Finally, I think that the reason I changed my name is interesting. The reason I changed my name is because after I knocked out Sonny Liston, I became a member of the Nation of Islam and changed my name to a Muslim name.
Wow, that's really interesting. I had no idea that any of that ever happened. I also do some interesting things in my life. My family donates billions of dollars to different charities. We also plan to donate 95% of our wealth to charity. We also donated more than $50 million to Alzheimer's disease. Although I have a lot of wealth, I love donating it to help people that need it way more than I do. Muhammad, I know that boxing took up a lot of your life, but what did you do when you retired?
What did I do after I retired? Well, one of my hobbies was painting, and I remember touring Africa to drum up support for President Carter's boycott of the Moscow Olympics. Also, I tried to free American hostages in Lebanon, but I couldn't. But I did in Iraq. Finally, I also lit the flame at the Atlanta Olympics. Hey Bill, what was your life at home like?
That's a great question, Muhammad. My family moved into a 55,000 square foot house. It cost $54 million and it's on the shore of Lake Washington. Although it is a business center, it is a pretty cozy place for my whole family to live in. There are so many cool things in it, like a trampoline room and an underwater music system in the pool. Okay, Mohammed, thanks for being on the show. I had a lot of fun talking to you, and that's all the time we have for today on the Talent Talk Show.